An open world RPG Dragon Ball game is a lot of people's dream game, but Kakarot isn't that, I'm afraid. It has shite combat, a boring open world, and a story that you have seen redone 100 times before. So yes, Kakarot follows the entire story of Dragon Ball Z through Goku's view, though a more apt title for the game would be Dragon Ball Z Gohan, because you seem to mostly play as that whiny little twat. It's been a while since I've watched it, and the game reminded me of a few things. One, what a fucking idiot Goku is, and what a legend Piccolo is, as well as reminding me that Yamcha exists. It doesn't include that scene where Gohan keeps crying, so Piccolo throws him at sonic speed into a mountain, so that took the game to a 0 straight away. There is some filler story content in here, but most of it is guff that gets in the way of progressing the actual story. But there are a few standouts, like Goku and Piccolo trying to get driving licenses. More than likely you know the Dragon Ball story, so I'm not going to go on about it. I want to absolutely assassinate the gameplay. The combat in this game is absolutely atrocious. The enemies you fight in the game are not under the same restrictions you are. They have unlimited ki, so they spam supers over and over, leaving you to simply wait and dodge. Also, when boss characters do a super, you get a little cutscene of them doing a pose and calling you an arsehole or something. If you were in the middle of an attack when this is triggered, then fuck you, it doesn't count, and you get your ki drained. They also have super armor all the fucking time, so you can never stagger them, and when you do stagger them with combos, they break out of it anyway. The game seems to punish you for getting in close, so it's better for you to stand back and spam beam attacks. They also do some bullshit where they charge attacks and still can't be staggered, so you either attack them and get twatted or stand there and block, which stops the action dead. It doesn't make the game hard, it just makes it fucking annoying. Every battle feels the same, and the enemy variety in the open world is shocking. Get used to fighting red ribbon robots over and over. The camera is also absolute shite, never giving you a clear view of what is going on. And a lot of the fights in the game see you fighting 2 or more enemies, and here's how that goes. You focus on the one enemy, and the rest stay at a distance and use ranged attacks that knock you flying every 5 seconds. And as mentioned, the camera doesn't give you a good view of the others, so dodging them is a right arse. You do have AI teammates at points who are meant to help you out, but they don't. I thought the combat would get better as it went along after upgrading the characters a bit, but it doesn't. Upgrading your supers works fine, using orbs you have collected in the world and from fights. It's a simple and effective system, but there just isn't any depth to the fighting. Like, there's a skill that upgrades how many hits you can do in a combo, but there's no point in getting it because they always break out of them anyway. I did like the community board. As you meet and befriend characters through the game, you can put them in certain boards to get bonuses. For example, the cooking board gives you better effects from food, and characters have affinities for different boards, like Goku is clearly meant for the fighting. You can buy gifts for characters to improve their proficiency in things, and they are really easy to obtain, so you can get pretty OP early on. It sounds more complicated than it is. The open world is also a load of microwave feces. It looks nice, but it's empty and lifeless. You fly around it collecting orbs to upgrade your abilities, which isn't fun anyway, but it's even worse because the flight controls are shite. You use R1 and R2 to move up and down as you fly, unlike a good game where it would be the right stick. The minigames consist of you hitting a couple of buttons like fishing, and then hunting animals for food consists of you walking up to it and hitting circle. The cooking system allows you to make dishes that increase your stats for a limited time. It's fine, but nothing on the level of Final Fantasy 15 or Yakuza Kiwami 2's food system. Also, I never really needed to use it. You also have side quests that are boring, non-voice acted errands. You go to a place, pick up an item and come back, or fight something and come back. Shite. I never get headaches playing games because I'm not a whopping wet fanner, but Kakarot gave me several of them for various reasons. One, the overworld theme. Basically every song in this game is a variation of the main theme and it gets created within half an hour. 2, the monologues. As you explore the world, characters will make quips, and the amount of times Gohan says, "I think I can handle this," or Goku saying, "They could be trouble later, best take care of it now." Piss off. 3, the aforementioned camera swinging all over the place, and 4, the game just being shit. Basically, there isn't enough depth in the fighting to compensate for the shallow RPG elements, and there isn't enough depth in the RPG elements to compensate for the shite fighting. I will say it looks nice, the world is pretty, shame there's fuck all in it, and the destruction you can cause in fights is really good. Using a twatty car close to the ground will create a really long crater along the floor. It looks good. The lip sync is awful and some of the character models look like turd, something from the PS2 era. The voice acting is good. I'm surprised the actors haven't got sick of redoing the story time after time, but it's all for naught when the gameplay is poo. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, more like Dragon Ball Z Wankarot.
Vår bleke